So this particular episode is brought to you by Rosa in a Starbucks cup. Because we want to let you guys know a little bit about us.
With ice.
There's ice in here, and it's a full bottle of wine between the two, and that's what we do. We go to the pool, and we catch rays, and we talk about podcasts.
Yeah.
And so lately, what we've been thinking about is pussy fitness. Because pussy fitness is so important for orgasms. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about is edging. So kind of a two-part series here.
And related.
And very related.
Related.
So the reason I thought about pussy fitness is because I was practicing edging. If you guys don't know, like, you basically, like, go right to the edge of your orgasm, but you don't let yourself orgasm. And then you completely stop touching yourself. You wait till it kind of goes back down the ladder a little, and then you start again, and you get to your edge again, and then you go back down, and you do that as many times as you can. And by the end of it, when you were ready to come, your pussy literally is like, boom, 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 boom. That's how I came. And I was like, holy shit, like, sometimes I don't come like that. I know a lot of girls who will come like that every single time, but sometimes I don't come like that. And I was like, how do I come like that every freaking time? So I asked a girlfriend of mine who I know who has really strong orgasms, and she said that you gotta have a strong pussy muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, pussies, they're a muscle, right? You know that when you have one because you can, like, do what I'm doing right now. I'm squeezing it. Like, that's how it works. It's a muscle. So with muscles, they can be strong, they can be weak. I know a lot of people get these crazy surgeries to make their pussies tighter.
Oh, yeah.
Pussy rejuvenation.
But I've talked to a surgeon about that, and he said it just causes so much scar tissue.
That you probably lose feeling.
Yeah, it's maybe not always worth it. And it just depends.
And not worth it because you have the power to make it stronger, just like any other muscle in your body.
Yeah.
You can put the work in, and it's so important. And having a weak pelvic floor can really happen to any woman. It doesn't have to be someone who's had a baby or a lot of dick. It has nothing to do with taking dick. It's just a muscle that needs to be worked on. And it's not just the pussy muscle itself. I think a lot of people think that to have a strong pussy pelvic floor that they just do Kegels all the time. But really, you need to be working on your abdominal muscles. You need to be working on your glute muscles, your butt. If you have a weak butt, you are not going to be able to control your pelvic floor. You're going to be pissing all over the place. Okay?
Yeah, like if you laugh and pee a little or whatever. And you can fix that.
You can fix that. It's not, it's something that you can do. And it's so important. So any exercise that works on your abs or your butt is really, really good. And then on top of that, when I do those exercises, sometimes I go really slow, and at the top of the movement, I squeeze my pussy muscles at the same time.
Ooh.
So that helps build strength too. Like, you can't just flail your body around softly and expect to build muscle. You have to tense up the muscle and have a sort of a tightness. So if you're doing a glute exercise or an ab exercise, focus on keeping your core nice and tight and also squeezing your pussy muscles, and that might help.
Well, one thing that I did a workout last week, and it was like a strength workout, and I'll show you guys the movement, but it was a balance movement, and I was like, I should squeeze my pussy muscles right now, and immediately I could balance better.
Yes.
Immediately. And I did some exercises today in my workout class that were really, really like lower ab muscles, and I could tell that just squeezing the pussy muscles at the same time and getting it all together was helping so much. Just because, like, you could feel it in your lower back, I could feel it in my abs, like you said, and that helped so much. And I mean, you're gonna come harder.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, and easier. Like, the stronger you get your...
Easier, too. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm not the only person that will tell you this. I've had other, like, women tell me stories, but as you get a stronger pussy, you will come easier, and you might even be able to come more frequently. Also...
like multiples.
When you're building muscles... you also are increasing blood flow to that area, right? Every time you're working a muscle, when the muscle is trying to repair itself, you're going to get more blood flow. So that also might be contributing to pussy health. I don't know.
Totally.
Something to think about.
100%. At least how strong it is and how fit it is. So this is what I was always taught, is that you should be able to go to squeeze in, up, left, and right. And if you can't feel that yet, that's fine, but that's like the ultimate goal, because focusing in on those 4 movements and repeating those exercises a whole bunch will make you super strong, and then just lend to like a super strong, like shuddering orgasm like I described before. And you can either pulse or you can hold for 10 seconds, and you can do that throughout your whole day. But what we recommend, obviously especially Rhea, she's very fit, is to do the series of exercises that we're going to show you next and squeeze your pussy muscles at the same time. Yeah. So give that a try and let us know.
Yeah. So it's really important to remember any of the exercises that you do, or if you try some of the ones that we're going to show you today, that you really focus on keeping that core, that pussy and the butt tight. So you try and squeeze all of those things at once. This isn't a passive exercise. Some of the things that we're going to show you might seem really simple or easy, but really they're not, because you should be really working, squeezing that pussy in, keeping that core tight, and keeping your butt cheeks tight as well.
She has her knees more than shoulder width apart, and she's going to engage her quads. She's going to go down like 3 inches, sort of back, so that her quads are on a 45-degree angle. So sit back, and then it's just a simple tuck of your lower abs. So you want to tuck so hard that your pelvis is almost moving forward. Yeah, and you don't need to move your quads as much. You can keep them in the same spot, but it's actually just moving, focusing on those joints, moving back and forth. Okay?
And it's hard to push that forward. Like when I'm squeezing, and I'm squeezing my butt too, my core is tight. And when I just shift my pelvis forward, it takes work. This isn't as easy as it looks. So it should be quite difficult. You should be moving slowly and keeping your breath nice and tight. So holding that breath in and then exhaling and on the way out.
Tucking and squeezing. And then the next step towards this is if you have a ball that you want to squeeze as well. So you're squeezing, you're engaging your chest, your upper core, then you're going inner core as well, and it's the tuck all at once with the squeeze. So that would be the next step. But that's a great start, and I would like at least 50 a day.
And then one of the things that I like to do is just a simple bridge. So,
oh my goodness.
And this
simple. Simple, guys.
And again, you really want to move slowly. You want to pause at the top. You're squeezing your butt. You're keeping that core tight. And at the very top of the movement, you're squeezing your pussy muscles as well.
Okay. Yeah. So feet are planted, weight in the heels.
Yeah, hip distance apart, okay. Right now, the small of my back is touching the ground, so I'm pushing my core down.
Lower back planted into the earth.
That's right. So that's the end of the movement. I'm literally pushing my abs down to press my back into the floor. Hands are by my side. Knees kind of coming out. And then I'm going to slowly lift my hips up using my glutes and my butt. And then this is when I'm paused. So in this position, my butt is tight, my core is tight, and my pussy is tight.
Okay. And
I pause.
Quick note, don't move your head around like she just did. Keep your head very straight.
Neutral.
So your neck is
neutral spine.
Compromised. Yeah.
And then just nice and slow. So I hold my breath through the movement, and then I release my breath on the way down.
That's a good tip.
Pressing my back into the floor each time.
Awesome. Okay, and then the last one is you're going to go on all fours. And this is the one where I kind of like, it's a balance one, right? So all fours, and you take your left leg and your right arm, and you're pushing out your right, pushing them out at the same time. Does that make sense? Yes. And then bringing them in together, so elbow and knee touch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. And then out. And what's going to help with this motion is if you squeeze your fucking pussy in.
Yes, Rosa's right.
And immediately you'll find your balance gets better. Right? And that's kind of like a great warm-up or an accessory work. But again, like 50 or 100 a day on each side. I find those work so well to get all of that super duper strong and ready for a hot orgasm.
And again, you're not moving quickly. This isn't, you should be focusing on staying nice and tight throughout. Focus on your breathing and don't rush things. Very important.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Perfect.
Back to the rosé.